welcome to Bella Uncinetto. I'm Christina, and I'm so glad that you're here with me today. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. No matter how long you've been here, I always appreciate your time. We are celebrating the week between my birthday and my grandfather's birthday today, and we are here with another coloring page. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, and you've just stumbled upon this video, usually the week between my grandfather's birthday, which is March 15th, and my birthday, which is March 22nd. Since I've been here in the YouTube streets, I've been doing something to celebrate that time span. I've done various things over the years, and as I was trying to find ideas and things just weren't panning out, and time was just not on my side, I came across this coloring book. And I'm dropping my color pencils. I came across this coloring book. And in this coloring book, there are 14 pages of Sicily. And Sicily is where I live. And I thought that it would be fun to share some things about Sicily while I color. But also, I've made some videos about some of the places that are in this book. And I thought, what a fun way to share information about where I'm living, to share time with you all, and to just celebrate, right? So each day I will be doing this and talking about the place that I am coloring, but there's also a giveaway. So within each video, I'm going to be giving you a letter. And in that letter, I guess I could be coloring while I do this. In the video, each letter will be part of a word or phrase. So you will need to watch the videos and get each letter, and it's not going to be in order. So you're going to have to unscramble the letters and try to figure out what word or phrase I have given you. On the 22nd of March, which is my birthday, I will give you the final letter. When I give you that letter, you will email me what you think the word or phrase is. Now, if you put it in the comments, right, I'm going to delete your comment because I want you to guess. I don't want it to be something that you've seen from someone else. And I want to make sure that I'm giving everyone a fair chance. I don't want someone to do all of the hard work and then other people prosper from that, right? So that's kind of the goal. And the prize, right, is either yarn from my stash, which I will curate for you depending on likes, allergies, color palette if I have it, so forth and so on, or $25 PayPal. $25 US PayPal. And we will go from there. So you can, if you are the winner, you can let me know. And it's not going to be the first person. I had that question in an email to me today. It's not going to be the first person that emails me as the winner, right? It's going to be, I'm going to put everyone's name on a list, and then I'm going to draw from there. So the winner, I will do an announcement video where I draw the winner, and we'll do it that way, right? So I could get 2 emails, I could get 1 email, I could get no emails. But whatever I do get, I'm going to put those in a list. Just like I do with the liberal arts mount emails, I make a list, and then I ask the person that lives in my phone, which is not Siri because I do not have an iPhone, to pick a random number. And then we go from there. So that is what we're playing for, right? And like I said, I just think it's a fun way to share so many things, because I have been fortunate enough to be able to see so many of these places in person, and to be able to experience them and share them with my children. My daughter more so than my son, but he's definitely had his share of experiences and was able to do some things for him that I never thought I'd be able to do. So they've both benefited in some way, right? So today I thought we would take a trip to an archaeological park, okay? So in this book, there is this picture, and I'll show it to you as soon as I finish this section, because I have to sharpen my pencil anyway. This is called the Ear of Dionysius, right? And Dionysius the First was a ruler, and he was not a very nice person. But in this park, in this archaeological park, it's called Neapolis, I want to say. Neapolis. Archaeological Park. And in this park, there are all kinds of things. And you'll see that. I have a video that I will put at the end of this video, but also in the description box. The other day when I was making videos, my computer was taking forever. So I thought to myself, oh, I'll just attach it before the video uploads. And I never attached it. I never put it in the description box. But thankfully, someone was like, I think you forgot the video, Christina. So I was grateful to that person. Thank you, Moo, for pointing that out that I forgot. But I did a video on this archaeological park because there's more than just this thing there. And so what is this? This is a cave. This is a limestone cave. And in this cave, there are some really cool acoustic effects. Bless me, sorry. So these effects are very interesting. Okay, it's said, the legend goes that Dionysius the First used this as a prison because while people were there, he could spy on them by listening to them because of the acoustics in this cave. And that's why you see people like being tortured and things like that. They're in chains and whatnot. So it's said that that's what he used it for. Now, is that true? I don't know. It's possible. But there were so many other cool things in this park as well. There was a theater, there were some temples, and you could tell that this was a big deal at one point, right? So somehow, some way, this was significant. What they attributed the significance to and what we attribute the significance to may be very different things. But when I went to this park, I went with a friend of mine and her daughter and my daughter, and it's a little bit of a drive from my house, but the island of Sicily, so you can get from the Catania region of Sicily, which is on the far east side of the island, to the Trapani region, which is the far west of the main body of the island, in about 4.5 hours. So from one end to the other, you can drive across the island, right? I've never done top to bottom. Like, I don't know what that would be, because it kind of goes down a little bit, but you could, I can't imagine it would be too much longer if it's any longer. However, this was south of me and in the Syracuse region. So there are many interesting things in Syracuse. So there are lots of interesting things all over Sicily. But this was a day trip that my friend was like, oh, we have to go to this park. It's so cool. She had already been before, but she took me and my daughter because she knows I'm a nerd and I like things like this. But I will say There are parts of it that are not easily walkable. I mean, most of it is walkable, but it's not. Some of it's not easily walkable. So if you are, I thought taking them out of the box would make it easier. It just made my life hard. That's all. Just made my life hard. Because I kept rattling the box and digging around, and now they're just spilling all over the place. But if you do ever get the chance to come, just know that parts of it are not easy to navigate. That doesn't mean it's impossible. It just means that some of it is a little bit more difficult than others. But it was a beautiful day when we went. Oh, it was so pretty. It really was. It was a very pretty day when we went. It wasn't too hot. It wasn't too cold, unlike now, where it is rain, 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 rain. But we need the rain because in the fall we went literal months without it. So is it good that it's all coming right now? Maybe not. But it is helpful in the sense that Mount Etna is storing lots and lots of snow. So there are places where they collect that snow and rainwater and save it for when it's really, really dry. Because it definitely gets very dry. So the day that we went was so beautiful. It was really, really pretty. And it definitely gave us plenty of time to explore. Like it was gorgeous. But right now it is pouring down rain. And while the rain is difficult, right, to navigate because things flood very easily here. Like they closed schools because of the rain. And it's not like a drizzle, right? This is a downpour and it's nonstop. So you might have a period of 30, 45 minutes where there's no rain. But when the rain does come, it's really hard rain, like torrential, big fat droplets. And there's lots of hail, especially up where I am. And so a lot of regions, a lot of areas in the region just don't have the structure of the roads and things like that to be able to navigate. And also a lot of places have big like concrete walls, like a lot of houses outside, like around the house, so the water doesn't have anywhere to go, and so it all goes in the street and then it all goes down, and that causes, where it is kind of low or where there's kind of a dip, it causes flooding. So it's a little bit problematic right now. But let me tell you a little bit more about this park here. I did pull up a website just because it's been a little bit since I've went, and I thought that some of the information was interesting. So I did tell you that this was like a big deal with the theater and whatnot, and there is evidence that at one point this was used as a quarry for limestone. There was also a really beautiful garden area, like you could tell people had lived there. They made it like their home, either because they were the ones who were doing the excavating of the limestone, or afterwards someone had made it their home. At some point this was somebody's home, and it was really, nice to see this garden as you were walking through. There was one part where my lovely child had to tell her to remove herself because they had these barriers up and she wanted to see what was on the other side of the barrier. And I was like, we can't do that because it's roped off for a reason. Because some of these places are falling apart, right? They will block some of these things to, if things are crumbling, if things are coming down, whatever the case may be, right? So I was like, no, we can't go in there. And she decided to go in there. Little stinker. And so I had to get her out of there. But you could tell also in some of the pictures, if you please do go watch the video because I am like rambling. So yes, this is fun for me, but also like this information is from memory and I have a very good memory, but I'm not doing anything in order. So I'm flipping back and forth between the present and the past and all these things. So I strongly urge you to please go and watch the video so that it makes sense. But there was this one place where I tried really hard to get a picture of it, but it was this big like rock, but then there was this like thing on top of it where I don't know if it was like a watchtower or if it was someone's house or I don't know what it was, but it was really interesting in the sense that there had to have been a bridge or something that went to it at some point, whether it was made out of like rope or wood or something that went across, because today, right, there was no way that you could get over there. But why would that structure be there if there was no way to get there? Does that make sense? So I was really curious, and I have looked it up to see what that might be, but I haven't found anything clear that clearly answers what it could be. I thought maybe a watchtower or something, but I don't know. And then there was, of course, a theater there because, I mean, we all know that one of the things that the Greeks and Romans like to do was make a spectacle out of their prisoners. They don't have all of these amphitheaters for no reason, right? So you have all of this, and there is this huge theater. So you think, why would they have this huge theater if it was a prison? Oh, well, probably because they use the prisoners for sport. That would be my guess. Because that was entertainment, I suppose. I don't understand it necessarily, but I guess it's really not for me to understand. I don't know. I don't know. But it's certainly an interesting time. I apparently need a new set of colored pencils because I have two different sets here and I'm going back and forth between them because apparently I don't have all of the colors that I need to have in one set. And some of these used to be my daughter's, but also she would take my pencils. So I did color a lot a long time ago. And so I have different versions and different colored pencils and different packages everywhere. So I try to gather them all together, but they color different. Do you have that? Do you notice that? Like even growing up, or if you have kids, when you would buy their school supplies, I know for my daughter, when I buy her school supplies, they definitely feel different. Even some of the textures, when you hold some of them, they feel different. I don't know. So even though I'm coloring with two different sets of colored pencils, they color different and they feel different when they color. Even on the paper, they feel different. I don't know. You let me know what you think, because I am kind of at a loss for, I don't want to go out and buy a whole new set of colored pencils, but I feel like if I mix them together, I don't know, it would be frustrating, because then I would be like, no, this isn't the right one, this isn't good, this isn't, I don't know. Maybe I'm not making any sense. Maybe I really am just rambling. All of that shaking. Just one moment. I thought that I hit record again after I paused the video, and I did not. I tapped it, but it wasn't recording jack diddly squat. So, there we are then. I was just reminiscing about some of the parts of the theater and things that I had done when we went around this park. I know in the video that I did, that I will link, there are some links. So the video will be linked, but in the video that I link, there will be links to the park itself. So if you wanted to go and read more about it, you absolutely can. You can definitely check it out, because it's a pretty cool place. And there's more than just this cave, but I definitely put in some video of some of the things that you could hear in the cave, and how you can find interesting things in there. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll get to that in a minute. It's not an emergency, but apparently somebody needs my attention. Okay. So, in this discussion that I was having, apparently with just myself, literally, because the camera was not on, I gave you the letter for today, which you're gonna need. So I need to do that again, huh? So today, the letter is A. Today, your letter is A. Okay? And that you will need to add to your collection. Now, I did say in one of my other videos that you may want to have like a scrap piece of paper, or if you put all of the letters in your phone, you can put them in a list just so that you have them, because, I mean, well, I'm fine with you going back and watching my videos so that you remember. I don't know that you want to take that time necessarily. And if you're interested in winning the prize, you will need to go back and do each one. So, I'm finished coloring my picture. So this is my picture, right? And then this is the version that's in the book. So this is what I did. And all in all, like I said, it was a really fun day trip. It was unique to see and do. And I would love to know some of the interesting archaeological places near you, even if you've never been. Just maybe take a look and put some names in the comments, right? Let me know if there are any Greek or Roman sites that you would be interested in seeing. And maybe I'll get there someday and share them with you. Or maybe we can plan a trip together. Who knows? Until I see you again, be well, be safe, and be the change you wish to see in the world, everyone. Ciao bella!